Now, sleep is the foundation of our physical and mental health. And so our body needs cues to determine when to do certain tasks like sleeping. And so in today's video, we're going to go over some tools that will act as cues to stimulate our body waking up and going to sleep. Now, this video is just a summary of the Huberman Lab podcast where it talks about a sleep toolkit. So I've also made a one-page cheat sheet, which is in the first link in the description, and you can download that, follow along with the video, and after you've watched the video, start applying these tools to your life to improve your sleep. And so as I mentioned before, our body needs certain cues to know when to wake up and go to sleep. So those cues are light and darkness, temperature, so cool and hot, the food we eat, what sort of food, when we eat it and how much we eat, if we exercise, caffeine and supplementations, and there are also digital tools that we can apply to help improve our sleep. So to know when to apply these tools the best to improve your sleep, you've got to look at what's called the circadian clock. And this is it here. So before you wake up, your body starts to increase in body temperature. And so as we're waking up, we want to apply tools that will help us increase our body temperature and speed up the waking up process. This then sets a timer for later in the day for when to go to sleep. So then later in the day, we want to start to apply tools that help us fall asleep. And we're going to do this by helping our body cool down. And so there's 3 stages of applying tools. And the first stage are behavioral tools. And we want to start using these first. So they involve light and darkness, warm and cold, exercise, and digital tools. So these are the 3 tools that you can use that change your behavior. And so you want to be applying these tools on a daily basis to try and improve your sleep. Then after a while, if you've been applying these tools and they haven't started to work, you want to go and move into the nutritional tools. They're the second stage tools. So you want to be monitoring what foods, when you eat and how much you eat, and then when you have coffee and how much coffee you have every day. Once you've been doing the behavioral tools and implementing the nutritional tools together and they haven't been improving your sleep, you then can go to your doctor and look for some supplementation tools. And then so they involve magnesium threonate, apigenin and theanine. Those are the supplementations that Andrew Huberman recommends. And so in each stage we're going to be looking at first the behavioral, nutritional and supplementation tools and how you can apply that to improve your sleep. So tools for waking up. During this first stage in the morning, we want to be using tools that increase our body temperature to help us wake up. So the first tool Andrew recommends is viewing sunlight 30 to 60 minutes after waking up for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want to be viewing the sunlight outdoors so we can get lots of light exposure. This helps increase our cortisol in our body, which sets a clock for later in the day for when we should go to sleep. The next tool is you can use cold showers. Doing a cold shower actually afterwards increases our body temperature. We want to be doing 1 to 3 minutes. If you're brave enough, you can try this tool. The second tool is doing exercise. We want to be doing a bit of intense exercise in the morning. This will further increase our body temperature. Next tool is a dietary tool, and we want to be delaying caffeine for 90 to 120 minutes after waking up. Now, caffeine is what's called an adenosine antagonist. So what that does is it stops you from being sleepy. So the reason we want to delay coffee is because we don't want to set a body timer to set the clock too early for when to go to sleep later. Now the last exercise is eating smaller portions in the morning. Eating large portions makes you groggy and sleepy, so we want to ideally fast, or we can eat smaller portions which increases our body temperature during the morning, helping us wake up. Now the tools for falling asleep. Remember, in this stage we want to use tools that decrease our body temperature, cool us down. So during the day we want to be avoiding coffee later in the day. Now remember, coffee blocks sleepiness, so we don't want to be doing that later in the day. Now the second tool is napping. If you notice that you get bad sleep and you nap, try and avoid napping. But if you sleep fine and you have naps, that's fine. The third tool is avoid intense exercise later in the day. This increases our body temperature, and so remember, we want to be reducing our body temperature later in the day. In the evening, we want to be viewing afternoon sunlight. The reason for this is it can offset the side effects of artificial light late in the night. And so that's just one tool that's helpful. Second tool is you want to be avoiding bright artificial light. Andrew recommends dimming your lights, putting lights below eye level, just so your body's not staying awake all night. The third tool is having a warm shower or sauna in the evening. Actually, after doing this, your body starts to cool down and reduce its body temperature. The fourth tool is having a cool and dark sleeping environment. I've been using this and it's been helping me. So getting rid of all your phones from your room, closing the blinds, having blackout blinds, making sure there's no light in your room, keeping it cool and dark helps with sleep. Doing a non-sleep deep rest. So these are what's sort of like guided meditations, and they're free to use. You can find them on YouTube and they can help you fall asleep. Then having a consistent sleep time. This is super important for our bodies to know when to sleep, and so having a consistent time really helps with that. Now, I hope you can use these tools to improve your sleep. You first want to look at what decisions you're making around your sleep. What's your environment look like? What do you do when you wake up? What do you do before you go to bed? Look at those 3 areas of your life. Try and write down what decisions you make related to those areas, and then look where you can implement these tools. Can you change your environment? Can you change what you do when you wake up? Can you change what you do before you go to sleep? And try and incorporate these tools into your life to improve your sleep. Don't forget to look at the cheat sheet in the first link in the description. You can print that out, try and implement those tools into your life. Let me know how it goes. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.